Tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTT3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to inside. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast Tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast Tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood, coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood, coffee for every dude.
Whoa! Whoa. What's this? We are here. We are there. We got what? Who's this dude? Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Decaying Zombie.
Whoop, Decaying Zombie. What's up?
How's it going, guys?
It's doing pretty good. Ah, man. We got Hellbilly. We got KJ Cowboy Dan. And Hey. What a wonderful day. Right now, you can't tell, but I'm actually on a different screen trying to get somewhere really fun. And well, I'm trying to get to my command sheet so I can add commands. But hey, today is a wonderful day. It's what is it? Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday.
Holy cow, where's this week gone? It seems like it's going by fast.
Yeah, it's Thursday for me because I didn't get much sleep last night, so I gotta stay Thursday on some coffee.
Man, the way you said that. Let's see. All right, what's this? Features.
It's Thirsty Coffee Day for me.
All right, that's funny.
Yesterday, I drank so much coffee. I believe I may have developed an immunity to it.
It happened.
For those people who caught the show yesterday, I couldn't shut up.
What? All right. We're on a slow. Hillbilly didn't get enough sleep last night. KJ's been rolling around in his jar, avoiding cat paws because they've been pawing at his head. Oh man, and man, this morning's been nuts. I'm like drinking a delicious cup of hot cocoa coffee.
Cool.
Are you guys drinking coffee? What's your kind of coffee today?
Yeah, you got a little bit of cocoa, got a little bit of Reese creamer in here, and coffee, I reckon.
I got my wife bought some new coffee offline. That's like a coffee. And tell you what, there's a bottle like this big, and there's 35 drinks in it.
Wow.
Ooh, 35.
Yeah.
Oh, man, imagine if those came to shots.
I can't concentrated coffee.
So I put 2 ounces of it in this whole thing, and it's still black.
Wow.
Man. So, all right. My brain is split because I'm doing something on the side really quick. So I might be stuttering a little with my words, but I want to know, like, what do you guys have planned for the future? What's going on with your channels? Like, what's going on? Like, let's get people to know what you're doing. So when we get to the shill section, people will want to subscribe.
So currently I'm doing just Magic, but I typically do a variety, but I'm waiting for my new motherboard to come in. So Well, I gotta wait till like March for it, sadly. But we're hoping to get that back rolling and get back on some Apex, Fortnite, Call of Duty, and stuff like that again. But for right now, I'm trying to hit diamond, if not top ranks in Magic, and we have not been having fun.
It was tough. It was tough. I made mythic, but it was tough.
I'm in Plat 3 right now.
Yeah.
Between counter decks, black decks that just remove everything from field, and discard decks, I don't know what I hate worse.
Sounds fun. Well, lately, I've been playing Transformers Devastation. That game's been a hoot. It's been driving me nuts, and it's been hard, and it's been fun. It's very classic feeling. Have you guys ever played Transformers Devastation before?
No, I watched you play it though.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately a boomer here, and have been spending a lot of time playing tower defense, Minesweeper. So Jesse and I were streaming playing Balloons Tower Defense 6. I've been kind of obsessed about that one. I'm like, okay, this gives tower defense a hell of a lot of chaos, so I like that.
All right. Okay. So,
You know me, I'm just strictly Magic. Love the game. Oh, today, it seems like every game I played, the dang gone game, would not give me no dang lands. Dang blagged, I just keep on trying.
all right. So, all right. I'm done doing what I was doing. See if it works. Boo. All right. So, in chat, I put in Decaying. There we go. I got Decaying Zombie's own link, his little chat. So, if he's ever in chat, you can put in exclamation point Decaying, and his link to his YouTube channel will pop up. So if you're interested in his content, you can click that link. Go subscribe. Have fun.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So yeah, the site I'm grandfathered into, but now it's a paid site.
Okay.
That's what was confusing me.
Nope.
Yeah. So let's say hi to some people chat. We got Captain Waffles. Captain Waffles. I remember you.
Mon Capitan.
He joined the coffee side. Look at that. That was his first coffee in years. Switched from soda pop to coffee, or energy drinks to coffee, for health reasons, he said. All right. Scarlet Wookie, what's up? Yeah, my brother is live. Whoa. That must be Decaying Zombie. Yeah,
That is my clan members, or I should say my other clan leader.
Cool.
I love the name though, Scarlet Wookie. Oh, best tag name ever.
Then we got Backwoods Collector. He's always planting those trees, so you don't have to. All right, so what a wonderful day to start out with, and trying to get things to know. Sorry, I've been kind of slow in my brain here, but our topic, which we'll get to when we get to, because right now is the kind of moment where we talk and get comfortable with each other, get used to everything. We make fun of Hillbilly, because he looks like a Muppet from Sesame Street. He always reminds me of Animal. He needs a pair of drums. You expect him to say Animal. Yeah, I don't know. I'm nuts. I'm crazy. Oh, but
now all I can think of is Dave Grohl playing Hillbilly in the Hillbilly movie.
This is the greatest, the best Muppet show in the world. Tribute.
But ain't we all crazy?
One day, Hillbilly and his Muppet here, they were walking down a long, lonesome road. If you know that song, you're old. But still, Been trying to come up with a topic today, and last night I was watching videos, and all these videos started popping up last night when I was watching these after I was streaming and relaxing and got my chores done. And a lot of retro gaming is becoming more popular these days in the community, which is crazy, which we'll get to in the monologue. But, before we get into that, what's up? What's been up with your guys' gaming lifestyles? Like, what have you been doing with your games? Like, Hillbilly's playing Arena, but have you been playing any other games on the side? That'd be you, Hillbilly.
Oh, me no.
No? What about your phone games?
Yeah, I do play a little bit on my phone. I'm play what's it called? Family Guy. The Quest for Stuff. Been playing that on my phone.
Mm-hmm. So what draws you into phone games other than boredom?
Boredom.
Do you even own a console at home? Do you play games on your computer at all? That's not Arena.
Well, the other game I'm playing, I just started playing the free version of the card shop game.
Card Shop Simulator.
Yeah, that's it. Card Shop Simulator.
Are you enjoying that?
Yeah, I mean, it's relaxing.
Are you spraying people down so they don't smell?
Yep.
I
go outside, watch them come in. Before they come in, I'm already got that spray can in my hand.
Yeah. Do.
Konami made it a rule for a reason. And there's been some stinky people.
That's right. But anyways, I don't know why I'm hounding on Hillbilly so much. Decaying Zombie, what are games that you've been playing lately on your side?
So other than Magic, I do a few phone games because I do like an app to make some money through playing some phone games. So I play a variety of phone games. But other than that, I do actually a lot of retro games. So it was kind of interesting you brought that up. I do a lot of PlayStation games and Game Boy games and stuff like that.
Nice.
Okay. So we're talking about retro games, and I'm all about retro games. My one of my earliest jobs as a teenager was working at a Namco arcade.
Namco.
That's cool.
And then I had like the Atari 2600. I had the 8-bit Nintendo American, and then the Super Nintendo and the Genesis. And then I didn't have any console for a long period of time because, family broke, curses. And then I ended up getting the old used Xbox, and oh man, I have all those in storage. I just love the old consoles though. Anything after that, I never really got into. I lost track of like all gaming for a while, right during the pandemic. But right now, I'm getting into like these like very vintagey games that I'd assume people are considering boomerish, but I guess everybody's playing them on Twitch. So hey,
well, even this new guy who's been streaming for a bit called Double G has been playing vintage 64 games.
Yep.
It's crazy. Like I miss those games. In fact, some of my favorite Mortal Kombat games are on those older systems.
The gaming era from when I was a kid is becoming popular again.
Oh yeah.
Just go to Twitch and it's like everything Nintendo from like the 80s to the 90s. People are playing it.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but not as crazy as the next part we got to get to, which is this bumper right here.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Oh, hey. So check it out. We got in conversation. We got a bit, but we need to get. Well, we're kind of on track, which is weird, but we still need to get to this next segment. But only one person knows this segment. I don't know how he knows it, but he seems to have all the secrets to where we go. Hillbilly, where are we going?
Well, I guess that would be the
Card of the
Combo breaker. If you actually guys know that reference, you're probably old too, because that was a 90s reference. The Dragon is the card of the day. Costs 4 generic and Wooburg. That is a white, blue, black, red, green, and legendary creature, Dragon Avatar. He's a 10/10 with Eminence. Says as long as the Dragon is in your command zone or on the battlefield, other dragon spells you cost 1 less to cast. He has flying. He has flying. And whenever one or more dragons you control attacks, draw that many cards, and you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Which I do have a copy of this particular dragon, I believe. Which makes me want to build a dragon deck, but I need better dragons. You know, people out there in the YouTube world, you know, feel free to send me cards because I'm broke. You know? But anyways, this card is awesome. I actually got this card, or maybe it's another card. But it's another dragon card. But I got this card from a friend who lent it to me. Then by the time I went to give it back to him, he quit Magic. He's like, well, you can just keep the card. I'm like, well, thanks for the free card.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty chill. But like, so this card became the card of the day because Mana Monk actually sent a picture of the day, and I'm like, let's see what we can do with memes of the day for that, or pictures of the day. And so I went on a whole dragon scale because Mana Monk shared this picture with us for one of the pictures of the day. It says, Nick Plus, that first cup of the day. Mana Monk. But the next picture on the list, I thought of KJ because it exactly expresses KJ. It says 5 signs I might be a dragon. 1, I hoard useless shiny things. 2, I eat too much. 3, I sleep too much. 4, I don't like leaving my cave. 5, I have an overwhelming desire to flame any annoying humans.
I agree to the 2 through 5. Shiny things are not useless. They're shiny. It says it in the title. Shiny.
Yeah, I can hear that Moana song playing through our house. This is I'm shiny. Da, 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 da. The next picture. Boom. It says dragons need coffee like zombies need brains. I didn't even think about this one now. That's funny. Okay, I was on this picture. I didn't think of the Kane zombie jumping the show. I just thought it was funny because this dragon's from My Little Pony. And probably one of the best characters off the show. Like, I'm not a big My Little Pony fan, but my friend tried to get me into the show, and he was the only watchable part of it for me was this little purple dragon.
Wow.
Yeah. It was hilarious. All right. Then the next picture. Boom. So, my coffee and I are having a moment. I will deal with you later. And, my friends, these are probably about the 4 best pictures I can find about dragons of coffee. I'm probably going to have to make one of my own.
Well, Jesse's sure missing out on that little cat dragon picture right there.
Right. Missing out. But if you guys out in chat land who are part of Discord want to share pictures of the day and get shouted out like Mana Monk did with this picture, you can share pictures in the Discord and get shouted out. And yeah, participate in the show because we love crowd participation in the show because you make the show rock. You make the show rule. And with that, we're going to get to the question of the day. Question of the day.
Presented by Discord. We have the question of the day.
The question of the day, if I can find it, is brought to us by KJ Cowboy Dan. Where the heck did it go? Hold on. It has to be somewhere.
I had technical difficulties making it. Figures it's going to continue the trend.
Right? I did upload it. All right. Let's see. All right. Question of the day will come. I might have to re-upload it. I mean, it was kind of a long. Oh, no, here I am. Here it is. Question of the day.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. KJ Cowboy Dan here with the question of the day. If your gameplay style were a type of coffee, what would it be? Are you the bold, aggressive espresso shot, diving headfirst into every battle and leaving no enemy standing? Or maybe you're the smooth, cold brew, taking your time methodically, planning every move, and staying under pressure, that level of cool that you always are. Perhaps you're unpredictable, like the caramel macchiato. You're sweet, you're flashy, you keep everybody guessing what you'll do next. Heck, even yourself, you don't know. But hey, let's be real. You might be that decaf. Not everybody likes you, but you're still a good guy. You're the one who's there for the vibes. You're not necessarily trying to win. You're hanging out with your coffee friends. Winning's optional anyway. Let's know your coffee gaming personality. And hey, for bonus points, for any latte art level creativity in your answers will be awarded.
All right. I had to heavily edit that to short.
I'm sorry.
That was like,
I'm sorry. That was painful and cringe, and I regret every minute.
So it was a good question. It was a fun listen. It's just, I had to chop down from like a minute 40, then got down to a minute 30. I had to chop out 10 seconds of the video.
See, the thing is, the original version I sent you was edited, and that one wasn't.
Hey, you know what? We got it. It made it. So, out of the question, what kind of coffee are you when it comes to gaming? All right, we're gonna start with Hillbilly because he might just escape out and be like, "I'm a coffee that's Reese's Pieces flavored."
Well, yes, it's I'm the kind, that likes to sneak up on somebody and just explode.
Right? Explode. Go nuts for donuts.
Like a ticking time bomb.
Tick, time bomb. All right. So, what would be ingredients in your coffee that'd be like that? Would it be a little coffee, mocha, and moonshine or something?
Yep.
Yep. All right. KJ.
All right. So I am absolutely the as much sugar, caffeine kind of guy that there is into my gameplay. Now, when it comes down to my gameplay, I'm going to be playing, I don't know, some war game with you and maybe playing, I don't know, the finals, and I'm on your squad and I run out there shooting, first one dead, or the first one that accidentally drops a grenade in front of all three of us at spawn. So that definitely would be like cappuccino extra shots.
Cappuccino extra shot. Man, I wish I could just move my camera around. I need to go somewhere.
It's mostly only because I don't have a camera on my computer. I have you guys on my phone.
Yeah. So, Zombie, what kind of coffee are you when you're playing your video games?
So honestly, it's kind of like the coffee that I've been drinking. It looks a little like it has milk and cream in it, but it's still black when you take a sip.
It looks like milk cream, but it tastes black. I love strong coffee, but my kind of gaming style is I got coffee, and it's hot chocolate coffee, so it tastes like hot chocolate and coffee, but it has creamer rum chata in it, so it got the kick. Rum chata is like a horchata flavored rum.
Yeah.
So it makes the coffee taste extra delicious, I should say, and has a little kick. Because once you have enough of it, you get tired of gaming. You just want to relax because you got a little spin in your head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What about you in Chatland? What's your kind of coffee? What kind of coffee are you drinking, playing video games?
I don't know, but I like to try that coffee now.
Oh, that's really good.
See, making mine this morning, I did something a little different because I technically make it with milk and then add in like my coffee. So like, it's this little bottle, and
Wild.
instead of doing it with regular milk this morning, I did protein milk, and it was 42 grams of protein on top of my coffee.
So it's like healthy milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or healthy
So
coffee.
I used to be over 300 pounds, and I'm down to 200.
Nice.
Oh, congrats.
I'm on that journey this year.
That's awesome. It's a good journey.
Says he was in Discord this morning signing Morgan Wallen singing Morgan Wallen at the top of his lungs this morning with the coffee he has currently. Nice.
The entire server of in his Discord heard.
Pretty nice.
Does he know he's live?
I don't know. But that's fun. That's fun information. Now, with all that said, and all that going, we got to press forward into this bumper.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Supervised tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Shell shock, go. It's the tortoise way. I love my music, all right? It gets me pumping. All right. I got a monologue for the day. And if you're part of my Discord, you read the monologue probably. It's a huge monologue, but it twists in the Magic the Gathering in a fair way, right? Let's get to this, right? Retro video gaming is making a resurgence in the world. It has been for a while, growing. But lately, it has been growing larger in the community of gamers. People are getting tired of the open world concept, overly complicated tool systems, and the lack of having finished games these days. People are talking about how they're being tired of bug fixes, DLC issues being extra unneeded content or extra levels, or fixes in levels. Some people are getting their hands on retro consoles or newer handheld consoles that can play retro games, like the Steam Deck. People are loving the concept of playing completed games, no DLC needed, and playing the perfect game with bugs that were left behind on accident. It seems to me that people are getting tired of these newer games that are losing interest in newer games coming out, and this is hurting the big game companies. Because these big game companies don't make money off the secondary market of retro games. Remastering old games has become a bit popular for companies like Nintendo and and also like Xbox are going the same route, and some other companies like Sony are remastering some games, trying to combat the secondary market because companies are a living entity trying to survive an ever-changing world. And we can look at the Magic Gathering in the same vein of thinking. They are creating new sets all the time, but what sells a set a lot is the reprints. Good reprints catch people's attention on top of new cards that just pop. Truth is, Wizards of the Coast don't make money on the secondary market, so they must combat it by touching on the retro content of old cards while trying to spice up the newer market. Let's dive into this topic. I can discard that now. So, big monologue, right? Did he follow through with it? Did it make sense to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Because sometimes I get on a rant and my fingers like misspell words and stuff, and I don't know.
Well, if I had my choice to play an older game and I had a system for it, it'd probably be something like Pac-Man or, that's old. Like an Atari 2600. Well, that's probably the game I would play.
Some of the funnest games I own. Turtles Cowabunga Collection, all classic games wrapped up in the system. See, look, I still have the cartridge, right? It's not just
cool.
the case. Funnest game I played on stream, Metroid Prime Remastered.
Nice.
And it was fun. And for a while, I had someone helping me in chat play that game because Metroid Prime is one tough cookie to play. and most games I got, like you can't see it, but I got Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, which I own 2 copies. I own on this one on the Switch, and I own a physical copy for the PlayStation 4. And I like the game, but I don't like the remastered version because they kind of show you where everything is while having these logos saying there's something over here, which bugs me. I missed the old-fashioned part where you actually had to discover it, but the game's still fun. I love the old games. I played them more. In fact, one game I'm playing right now that reminds me of retro games. What's a newer game? It's like 5 years old by now. Was Transformers Devastation. Oh my lord. Transformers Devastation is addicting and it has the old-fashioned fighting style, even though it's one tough game to play. My point being, classic games are fun. One game I'm struggling with, I want to finish it. I want to get back to it eventually, but my brain's having a hard time doing the concept, and I don't know how people beat the game, but is Horizon Zero Dawn, right?
Yep.
There's a lot to the game. There's no clear direction. It's an open world concept. You go around fighting these dinosaur-like robots or these animalistic robots and doing all that fun jazz.
Sorry about that.
Yep. And the game's fun, right? It's fun, but it's tough, but I have a hard time with lack of direction. And one of the things I heard about people is people are getting tired of these open world concepts because there's a lot of lack of communication in the game saying go this way, do that way. Now, I understand going off in a certain direction and finding an Easter egg, but you don't get that a lot in this game. You don't. And Manamonk.
Monk.
All right. With all that said about games, I tied this into Magic the Gathering, right? Because, we do talk about Magic, but retro gaming is kind of important to talk about because Magic is also a retro game nowadays because it started in 93. 93, the game is 30 years old. It is a bald man by now, bald man. Well, unless you're hillbilly, but like the bald man in his 30s has a beer gut and has some classic cards in the background. And every time they create a new set, they were printing some fancy cards, like some old cards, some fancy cards to show the shock value. Like, here's an old card worth like $30. We're reprinting it in the set where they'll make a card and they'll take an old card that's good, but they will remaster the card, so to say, and make it a little bit better than the original card, so people want that card. So you get a mix of reprints and some shiny new trinkets based off old cards in these sets, and people are loving it because people love it, and it's a remastered retro style card in a new set. Where I'm going is, if it wasn't for these old cards in the retro game and nostalgia we have for the game, Wizards would be failing as a company if they didn't start in the reprints, which we obviously know because of the pandemic, right? The pandemic happened and people got these stimmy checks. They're like, people got these stimmy checks. They're like, stimmy! And, they're like, stimmy check. I get to spend money on anything. And they're like, we're going to buy all these old cards. Some vintage, some more just cards not in print. And people are buying all these cards. And they're going crazy. And if you catch the stimmy reference, you've probably watched South Park in your life. But yeah. But like, and that brought up a lot of questions of Wizards at the time. They realized, hey, reprints are doing good. In fact, that's when we got one of our first major remaster sets was during that time. Not saying it was the first remaster set, but it was a major remaster set because they learned people loved old cards. Old cards were still relevant, and that's when Commander got big because Commander can play old cards and new cards. That's why Standard kind of suffered in the backlog. Plus, in the pandemic, you couldn't go to your shop to play Standard. So people went on spell tables, started playing Commander and got into Commander, and boom, this whole Commander thing blossomed. Same with Arena. Arena blossomed too, but you don't have physical cards in Arena. But when it comes to the company Wizards of the Coast, they print physical cards, and they started making money off reprints, and they went crazy with it. Like, they started reprinting everything possible. They're like, people are buying these, so let's print this money, But then, the community outraged. Well, some people are like, they're killing the game, even though the game's not nowhere dead. No, it's nowhere dead.
No.
All right. Enough of my rant. Sure, my point was across. What is some feedback from you guys?
Well, Magic ain't never going to die.
Well, you know, let it do what it do.
Well, first of all, I'd never say never on anything. Secondly, there is just because media goes into the department of dead media doesn't mean it's lost media. So let's just like say like TCG card company A decides it's gonna print like so many cards for so many years, and then to compete with TCG card company B, right? And then it just decides, you know what, we've printed too much, or maybe our people are complaining a bit, you know, and then they pause on the print, and people are like, okay, TCG A is dead. But it just paused. It's just dead. It's just temporarily dead media. It's not like it's lost media. They have, if the IP holder still owns the rights or whatever, or wants to do something with it and decides to start again, the media will be returned. We don't want to think about dead media if we're not thinking about lost media. There's a difference.
Well, I think one thing to add to that, to kind of inject into the top that idea. I think one thing that the companies tried doing is they tried taking control of the collector's market, right? You know, collectors used to collect things because, one, they were just naturally rare, or they're just something they were nostalgic for and they wanted to complete the setup. I mean, no one complained back in the day that they overprinted Turtles toys, right? They printed Ninja Turtles toys. People bought them up, and people started in the later years started collecting the toys, trying to collect them all. Because, you know, after a long time, people just threw away their toys and sold what other people sold to others in yard sales and stuff. You know, so naturally, through occurrence, they just kind of became rare to collect, and people loved them, and people wanted these unique toys.
Yep.
Right? And collectors started collecting for not just the old collection. You got people jumping into collection as a hobby for value collecting, which is fine. But what really twisted a lot of things for the company is the company started saying, let's force this collecting on people, right? They're like they'll make a secret lair, which, if you don't know what a secret lair is, they're one of the most annoying pieces of POS. Just put that. Their POS is out there. And these secret lairs are just more collector value because they're rare prints of cards. And they're forcing collecting in it because, like, they're limited. Or when you get a set like Aether Drift coming out, you got that one of, not one of one, but one of 500, but it's a one serialized card in the set that they want people to chase, one of 500 of the all spark thingy, whatever they call it.
Mark off.
Right. And so they're forcing collectability in a market to appease the collectors. But instead of things being natural and collectible by themselves, they're trying to get into the collecting card game, or collecting card franchise, like Topps, Upper Deck, and stuff. When they come to sports cards, they're trying to meld that into the collectability so they can be like, here's some crap, but in this crap you can get this very rare card.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, whatever.
I hear you. And I understand the complaint as a consumer. But you know, seeing it from the other end, that's good business.
Oh, no one's saying it.
I understand the complaint as a consumer, but that's good business. I mean, as a business, if you know people are going to spend their money on it, and anyway, you know, take advantage of it. I say, if I'm going to be at a garage sale and I'm selling my stuff at a garage sale, and I know you're going to try to talk me down from 50 cents to a quarter, if I can maybe take that 50 cents is what I wanted for it, and mark it up to $2 at my garage sale, and you're going to end up paying me 50 cents instead of the quarter. I'm still getting my 50 cents. And as you know, in business, they're going to try to do that to you. They're going to try to give you a quarter's worth for $2, and they're gonna and they know you're going to pay for it. It's not fair. It's predatorial, but it's good business.
Oh, yeah. No one said it's not good business.
Right.
But first of all, disappearing hillbilly. First of all, KJ,
Magic trick.
yard sales are no longer the same thing they used to be. They're a different beast now.
Yep.
Like reselling has changed yard sales.
Oh yeah.
Having smartphones and eBay has changed yard sales. Because I even used to do it where we got a yard sale and I'll be looking at an item. I'll pull up eBay and look at sold items to see how much it actually sold for, to see the value of it, see if I wanted to buy it, flip it, or buy it and keep it myself, or see if I'm getting a good deal or not. And a lot of people on the reverse side of that who are selling the things are starting to learn values, so they know values. They're like, oh, this is a $50 item. Maybe I can squeeze it in for $48 and someone will want it, And thinking of squeezing in value. Boop. Hey, Weller, what's up?
Hey.
You made it.
Yeah, I got stuck in traffic for a while, but I made it.
You made it.
Cool.
Look how far you made it. Look, you made it to the show. Yay, yay, yay. You said you couldn't make it, but look how far you come. All right. I messed up the song. I don't want
Beautiful, beautiful rendition, Tortoise.
I believe after that I need to leave.
But still. So retro gaming is making a resurgence, kind of relapping it, right? I think in the same vein that Wizards of the Coast retro gaming has made it into Magic the Gathering, and it's obviously not an obvious nod. And the only big difference is in Magic the Gathering, there's no DLC, no downloadable content,
Mm-hmm.
But they do have issues making some sets flow. They got teams of people who work on different things, but you listen to Gavin Vayer and talk about these things, you can tell they really shrunk down their teams.
Oh,
like when they make commander decks, they have one person per deck working on those decks.
Wow.
Which is fine, but if you're trying to build a mass product to sell the world, you kind of want more than one person working on those decks.
Yeah, I would want at least 4 people working on a commander.
Or you think
deck.
You'd think 4 people be working on all these decks together,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Maybe they do. Maybe the one person works a deck and they play these decks against each other. But it always seems when you get these decks out, one deck fails to be as good as the other decks.
Yep.
So who knows? But they do a lot of reprints in these sets because nostalgia sells and good cards sell. Heck, good board wipes sell. Ask me. I know board wipes sell. Board wipes. We need a set that's just nothing but board wipes. Board wipes, my friends.
Really?
Watch out. Next year we get board wipe masters. Every card's a board wipe.
I wouldn't doubt it. You probably contact the Wizards and talking to them about it, dang Blake.
Right. But anyways, how Willie?
Yes.
All right. So you missed a lot. So
I did.
I'm going to try to catch you up to get your opinion. So retro gaming is making a resurgence, right? People are starting to play older games because the people are getting, let's just say, jaded with the newer games and don't like the open world concepts as much as they used to, and the excessive tools, right? The excessive overcomplicated tools used in games, and people are getting tired of the DLCs, right? So people are buying newer consoles, like handheld consoles and stuff that can run retro games, or they're actually going out and buying retro consoles to play these retro games. And it's growing up. It's growing. This thing is growing so big that it's become popular. Like it's getting harder to find these retro consoles. They get more expensive. Whatever. With Magic the Gathering, ever since the pandemic, it's been the same vein where they realized retro cards sell, and retro cards being reprints of cards, older cards that people wanted in old sets that no longer exist. And that kind of flourished, and we talked about it. And some people think it's a bad thing. Some people think it's a good thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter what you think on the side. The fact is, it's happening. Because, the biggest format in Magic the Gathering right now is Commander, and that's a game that can play retro cards and newer cards. And the newer sets coming out are newer sets. I know you used to play Magic back in your day, but that was a long time ago. But you're still in the collectible card sphere, and you do play video games. What's your
That
take?
is a yes to everything.
Yep. What's your take on this concept of an idea?
I mean, you're right. I do still collect. I collect locale, and obviously I collect Pokemon. Obviously, locale's very young, so I can't. Everything I'm getting that is locale is like the original early day stuff. So that all of that's awesome. But the one thing I have been trying to get on the Pokemon side is the Wizards cards, which is, you know, the early versions of Pokemon, because they are the ones that are the most nostalgic to me. They're the ones I hold the most in my heart.
Right.
They may be simpler. They might not have the full arts, the shines that they do on the modern day ones, but they mean more to me.
Right.
Those are the ones I'm trying to get. And game wise, I do love a nice open world game.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with them. The problem is they made every game near enough now to be open world.
Right.
And they don't do anything with the open world they create. A lot of the Ubisoft games now, it's
so
just
true.
Let's put a tower here. You've got to go here. You've got to go to this point. Unlock it. Boom. All right. Now you're going to continue that across the entire map.
Right.
And there's nothing to see between those points. It's just things to do to make a purpose of having a big open map, but there's no real.
They're just themed life simulators. Think about it as a themed life simulator. All you're doing is dealing with NPCs in real life anyway.
Right. And with open world concepts, like one thing that I like Horizon Zero Dawn, but the one thing I found null about it is the fact I'll be traveling a long time from points to points looking for different areas to go to. And 15 minutes of the stream will just be me walking through wilderness.
Oh, yeah. And I think one of the games that has done it right, and that's only partly way because I've seen so much gameplay of it and things, and I've played some of it, is Witcher 3. Because, yes, it's got a nice big open world, but yeah, you got to walk to get to the points. But as you walk, there is near enough always something happening. You know, animals flying about, people that you go past, interactions that you can have. It feels like a world. It's not just an empty land that you're walking through. Right. There is things going on. And that's, I think, what a lot of these open world games are missing. Right. They're just making them big for the sake of being big with nothing to occupy you.
Right. And I'm going to tie this into Magic the Gathering. We get sets like this all the time. Like the way the Drift seems like a set we're just kind of spending time going through. Probably no important thing. Well, maybe there is, because they got the Allspark thing that's going to turn creatures into planeswalkers, I believe. And they're doing that like story elements, but it's just kind of a walkthrough story because the whole set's about racing. All right. Now, I guess they're trying that out because it's new and unique to Magic, but a large vehicle set does not turn my brain on.
Does Magic have many vehicles? I think of Magic. It's not exactly something that I think racing, cars, vehicles sort of thing.
Right. There's plenty of vehicles in Magic the Gathering, but there's not a lot. But this next set will bump it up because like a third of the set's going to be vehicles, or a good chunk of the set's going to be vehicles, which I find annoying because I don't like. Well, maybe I'm just kind of old school. I don't like vehicles. I don't like battles. I don't like sagas very much. You know, battles bother me the most at the moment, but vehicles are a second bother to me, and it's just because there are things that they want you to interact with, and they want you to interact with twice. And I'm like, what's this? Like with the battles, you got to attack your battle yourself, taken away from attacking your opponent with something. All right. And I'm like, that's kind of a waste of time. I might just use the battle as a sorcery. You know.
Yep.
But anyways, Decaying Zombie, you got any thoughts about this?
So I was going to say, at least on like what you were just saying with the battles. So I only use one battle card in the whole game, and it's only because it searches for one of my god cards. I used 1/1 counters on all my creatures when I gain life.
Ooh,
and then it turns into one of my creatures for protection.
Right. The one battle card that I got and I haven't put in a deck yet was the Battle of Theros. That's because it's a tutor, but I need to put it in a deck. The tutor, and I don't care about flipping it. I just want a tutor.
Well, I've been wanting that battle and invasion of Zendikar.
Yeah.
Just because it's a land fetcher.
Well, go for it, man. I mean, there's plenty of land fetchers out there. You don't need it. You got visits. You got lure. You got for the same mana value. You got explosive vegetation. You got another one I can't remember what it's called, but a lot of them search for forests.
Well, with Invasion of Zendikar, you can search for a forest or island or whatever color you're looking for.
Well, explosive veggies you can find multiple lands with. Yeah. Oh. But 3 visits is a forest card, lures forest card. But if you have shock lands and tri lands or something like that, you can search for them. Still cool. Still cool. But anyways, I digress. Going back to the situation here is retro gaming obviously has good things and bad things about it. Good things is people love playing good things for nostalgia. A lot of people in the newer community, like newer people in the community of gaming, are playing retro games because one, they're fun, they're new, they're different. In Magic the Gathering, new players are liking some of the older cards and whatnot because some of them are cheap to pick up or they're just a power level that newer cards can't handle. So they're picking up those cards. And Wizards of the Coast sees this and they're like, oh, we need to reprint this somewhere. Because people love the retroness of these classic games and these classic cards. Some cards were just busted. When Magic was new, for the first few years of its life, they accidentally over-busted cards because they didn't understand the game very well. They didn't understand the concept of their game very well when it came to what was fair and what was busted. Like one newer card that's newer that shows how busted cards can be was Doubling Season. This card was printed before Planeswalkers, and it doubles the number of +1 counters and counters on permanents into the battlefield. When Planeswalkers came out, that was sometimes instant ultimate. So interesting how this works. So even some games like hard to beat, hard to play, but fun to play. Some cards are just tough. Some cards are just fun to have that are old school. And some of the old frames are pretty cool back in the day. The 8th edition frames, one of my favorite frames. The modern old border frames, some of those old cards are pretty good. And when you see what they're doing, when you see the different frame transactions, pretty good. But like Wizards of the Coast, when they reprint a card, I think what they need to do is treat it differently, give it a newer frame. A different stylized frame from the original card, so the original card keeps its luster as a card. I think they should do that very much. But anyways, I need to relax my brain. I need some coffee. Any last minute comments from everybody in the show? Anybody?
Yeah, not really.
Well,
you covered it pretty good for me.
When it comes to my thought process in the long run, I think that we should go back to a more retro gaming way of doing things. I think that we should bring back the concept of shareware and limit the DLCs and pay to win features. And let's see about remastering in a positive way. These older games so they don't become lost media,
right?
As well as dead media.
We don't want lost media, but apparently after watching Zombie battle one of his friends, he says, I treasure my graphics card too much to battle him.
So I summoned 1,038 I shouldn't say summoned, like for my abilities, I had 1,038 abilities activate.
Oh yeah.
Wow. What game was this?
Magic, just bursting one of my buddies.
Oh,
That's crazy.
wow.
Magic. That's crazy. All right. How well are you talking to us or are you muted?
I've got my carrier was offering me my coffee refill, so I of course had to accept a refill on the coffee.
That's right. Well, you're just jumping around all quiet. That's what I was wondering why.
I'm just happy I'm here. I'm here. Let's jump.
That's right. All right. So going on with it, I hope the takeaway is no matter what your stance is on reprints and anything, right? Just treasure the game, have fun with the game, and just notice the reprints are there because people buy it and people want it. Now, I understand there's a control method where they need to control the reprints so they don't go crazy hog wild with the reprints.
Mhm.
And they should handle them differently. And I know there's lots of opinions about it, but the truth is the retro version of Magic will sell, just like retro video games sell. And there's a resurgence always in this stuff. If Magic the Gathering stops reprinting cards, people will beg them to reprint cards again later. So
Yeah. Well, reprinting cards is good, but sometimes they just make one card, and the next set they reprint it again. That's a little too close.
yes, and they do that on purpose because they don't plan on reprinting it for a while, so they want to keep it in standard a little bit longer.
Yeah.
All right. But with that, my friends, going nuts, going crazy, we're going to get to this.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Whoa. We made it through the wilderness. Made it through the conversation. Look how far we come. I don't know. I'm here. My brain's like kind of overcooked at the moment, to be honest with you. I put a lot of thought and effort, probably too much thought and effort into this subject and keeping it towards Magic and retro gaming and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What a mix of a hoopla. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm nuts. I'm a little crazy. I'm a little nuts. Maybe unwell. Who knows? Who cares? I don't know. But anyways, we need to get to the shill section. And we're going to start with the newest kid on the block. Boop, boop. Decaying Zombie.
Oh, I have to switch over here.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yo.
Sorry about that. My phone is dying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Woo woo. All right, so talk about your channel. Show you about.
So, little about my channel. So, and about me, I guess. So, I am a dad of 5.
Congratulations.
I'm a stay-at-home dad of 5. So, really, I kind of just do my thing with them, and then when I get my chances, I'm over here, streaming, doing my thing, trying to get my time in when I can. Lately, we've been on a big Magic grind. It's probably been 2-3 weeks now. I've been actually playing it, but we have about 8-9 days in of streaming it in total. I do mainly retro games when I do like solo player, and when we do multiplayer, we do kind of a little array of anything when I can.
That sounds good. Yeah. So what's your regular content like?
So typically we just do streams of either fun, just tomfoolery with me and my whole clan, because we got a little squad of us that roll around, or we do game-based events. We've been doing a lot of functions lately, and I've been actually posting that a lot.
All right. That's cool. So if you guys want to check him out, there's a link in the chat. Hit that button. Subscribe to him. Check him out. All right. Then we're gonna go to the one on wheels who's faster than fast. Fastest one on wheels is Hillwiller.
Whoop whoop whoop! Yeah. Tonight it's Thursday. It's Thursday, right?
Yep.
So tonight we are returning to space, and we're going to continue on our Mass Effect adventure, and see where it takes us, which is going to be fun. It's still my first playthrough, so I still have no idea what to expect. And then tomorrow for Question Chaos, we are looking at deck building and the first kind of steps of the game. So if you're interested in learning local TCG, then it might be a good one for you to check out, just to get an idea of how it works.
Check it out. Check it out. The link's in the chat below, so you can definitely check it out. Subscribe to it if you haven't. And we're gonna go to the Lonely Head in the Jar, singing a sad old song about how only cats love him. It's KJ.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. KJ Cowboy Dan here, saying, hope you're being good heads out there in Chatland. Tonight, I will be over hanging out with Mr. DJ Longhair, 7 o'clock Central. And then I'll be the rest of the week probably playing some random video games on Twitch, hanging out with Jesse as usual, and Wednesdays procrastinating across the ocean, me and Jesse Hillwheeler, 7 o'clock Central.
Jesse Hillwheeler and KJ Catboy Dan. They had a really good show last night where they were talking about old advertisements, what they loved, and they were making up some old advertisements on AI, just having fun. If you missed it, you should subscribe to them. Check it out.
It was a great episode. We're going to do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it was definitely good fun. And I believe we missed a tortoise ad, but we're definitely going to catch that at another point.
Oh, yeah. So, checking it out. Checking it out. Check. Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. All right. My channel is at 747. Woo! Let's keep it growing. Let's actually help everybody here on the panel. Help their channels grow by subscribing to their channels. That's support for the channels, and everybody very much appreciates it. So let's share the love. Let's subscribe to each other. Let's subscribe to everybody on the panel. But anyway, about myself, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm going to play. I've been working on a deck on Arena. I'm going to try to tweak it up a little bit this afternoon. Play some more Arena. 2 o'clock today.
2 o'clock today. Boop, boop, boom. Check it out. Check. Let's hey. Look, it's me. Hey. I do look good. All right. I'm kidding. Today is Thursday. I don't know what the plan is. Probably try to put a Commander game on tonight. Probably play some Commander.
I'm ready.
Hillbilly's ready. He's like, bring it on. I want to win. I'm like, oh.
I might just have to make a Commander deck.
Yeah.
I'll let you draw some more cards, Tortoise.
Oh, I never complain about drawing cards. All right.
Oh man, I feel like there's never enough mana in a deck.
well, if you're in a Commander deck, you want at least 37 lands.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to play some Commander tonight. We're gonna have some fun, try to get everything put together. I'm gonna try to put the thumbnail and everything on fun. But Wednesday nights we do video games. Like last night, I played Transformers Devastation. Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, we usually try to play Commander games. Thursdays is kind of open to whatever, but lately I've just been playing Commander games because I need to kick Hillbilly's butt over and over again. All right, but other than that, I want to thank you guys for joining the show. Everybody here on the stream here, we got Hillbilly, KJ, King Zombie Hell. Thank you for being on the show, and everybody in chat. You guys rock. You guys rule. You make chat lively. You guys rock. You guys rules. And I want to remind everybody that you're awesome, you're amazing, and you are loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, brighten someone's day just a little bit better, because, you know, sometimes you're the reason why someone has a better day. And with that, my friends, if you're going to play a game of Magic tonight, remember to play wise, my friends.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flash.